The Beast in Man by Emile Zola. Read by Peter Joyce. Roubaud came into the room and laid the loaf, the pie, and the bottle of white wine on the table. Before going to work that morning, Mother Victoire had banked the fire so effectively that the heat was stifling. The assistant station-master opened a window and leaned on the sill, looking out. The house was in the Impasse d'Amsterdam, the last on the right, a tall tenement where the Western Railway Company lodged some of its employees. The fifth-floor window in the corner of the mansard roof overlooked Saint-Lazare station, that broad cutting in the Quartier de l'Europe which abruptly spread on the horizon. The February sky, grey, warm, damp, and streaked with sunlight, seemed to widen out more than ever that afternoon. The houses of the Rue de Rome opposite blended vaguely in the glittering haze. On the left gaped the gigantic entrances to the platforms, covered with smoky glass. The largest ones were for the main lines, and were separated from the smaller ones of the Argenteuil, Versailles, and Circle lines by the post office, and the building where water was heated for the footwarmers. On the right, the tracks were severed by the steelwork of the Pont de l'Europe, reappeared again beyond it, and finally disappeared in the Batignolles tunnel. Directly below the window, the three double lines that issued from under the bridge spread out like a fan, whose metal branches multiplied and disappeared under the steel and glass marquee. Just before the bridge stood three switchmen's boxes, with small, bare gardens. A great red signal made a blotch on the pale daylight against the confused background of cars and engines encumbering the rails. For a moment, Roubaud watched all this with interest, comparing it with his own station at Le Havre. Every time he came to Paris and stayed with Mother Victoire, his love of his trade got the better of him. Under the main-line marquees, the arrival of the train from Mantes had aroused the platforms to sudden animation. He watched the shunting engine, a small, tender locomotive with three low, linked wheels, breaking up the train. Busy, bustling, as it took the cars off and shunted them off the main lines. Another engine, a powerful express locomotive with two great devouring wheels, stood alone, puffing out a thick black smoke that rose.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?